The smallest wins can help you transform your financial life. Making small changes can completely change everything for you. So in this video, I'm going to give you 9 quick wins that can help you change your financial life and manage your money better. Let's get started. The first is to implement direct deposit pay increases when you get a raise. This is something that is so small and doesn't happen all the time, but when you get a raise, make sure that you increase the amount that you're sending to your 401k and the amount that you're sending to your savings. This is something that gets overlooked, but it's a really quick win because as soon as you have more money coming in, you can immediately put more money toward your savings and investments. So that way you will never miss that money because you are earning more at the time. So that money goes in the background to where it needs to go and builds you wealth in a passive and automated way. Speaking of automations, the next thing that you can do is to automate your savings. Automating your savings so that you're building emergency funds, you're building sinking funds for things like house repairs, car repairs. This is a great way to build up all of the savings that you need without having to stress about it, worry about it, or remember it with your faulty brain. Because if you're like me, you might forget things over time. If it's on autopilot, you know that every single time you get paid, money will move to your savings and you will be building up that account behind the scenes. It doesn't matter if it's only $50 every single paycheck toward your emergency fund or if it's thousands of dollars. Whatever it is, make sure that you set up an automation in your bank account so when you get paid, your money goes straight to savings and you're building that up. Another quick win is to implement a 24-hour rule in your life. A 24-hour rule is where you wait 24 hours before making a purchase over any set amount. This can be $20, $50, $100, $500. You will set this amount based on your own life. What amount of money is too much for you to just let slip through the cracks because you want to spend impulsively in a real quick second? You need to think about what amount of money that is, and then whenever you encounter a purchase at that amount or above, you wait 24 hours before making it. It doesn't mean you won't make that purchase. It just means that you are taking the time to think about the purchase, make sure that it's actually worth it, that you will value it, and that the money is there to make the purchase and it's not being put on a credit card where you don't actually have the money on hand to pay for it. Having a 24-hour rule is a just quick win to make sure that you're not overly spending without thinking about it. Speaking of impulse buys, another great thing you can do is to implement a shopping alone policy. So if you are shopping with friends or with your family or especially with your kids, you are more likely to spend more money. If you're trying to stick to a certain amount on your groceries or your shopping, if you have people with you, that's a lot harder to do. Not only are you distracted, but you're more likely to impulse buy, you're more likely to spend more. It's just an all-around higher cost trip if you're not shopping alone. Going to any kind of store solo can help you be a little bit better at sticking to your budget and avoiding those unnecessary expenses. If you do struggle with impulse shopping, one quick win for that is to increase checkout friction. So with this, you just want to make it harder for you to purchase items. Increasing checkout friction is basically working against the companies that are trying to make it so much easier for you to make purchases without thinking about it. So this is things like taking your credit card out of your Apple Wallet. This is removing it from your phone entirely. This is unsaving it in your browser when you are internet shopping. It's removing it from your Amazon account. Basically, you want to force yourself to enter those credit card details every single time you have to make a new purchase because it forces you to stop and to think about it and to decide, is this purchase actually necessary? So yes, you are increasing the friction on that part and that will take longer and take more time and more effort, but that is good for some of us because it makes us stop and reevaluate whether or not the purchase is necessary. So a really quick win right now is to go remove your saved info from anything where it makes it easier to buy, especially things like Apple Wallet and things where you can just scan it and it doesn't even feel like money. That's one of mine. So that is one thing that can be a really quick win and help you prevent overspending. One quick win you can do right now is to go increase your 401k contributions by 1%. This is one of my favorite things to do because 1% really isn't that much, and per paycheck, it doesn't feel like a lot of money. So most of us barely even miss it. But when you increase your contributions by 1% and that goes out automatically without you thinking about it, you are building wealth behind the scenes in the background inside of your 401k, and it really took you no time at all, no effort at all. That 1% might not feel like much, but over time it can have a huge effect on your retirement contributions and build up a huge amount of wealth for you in the future. Another quick money win is to open up a high yield savings account. If you have a savings account at a traditional bank, you might not be earning a lot of money on your savings. If you're earning anything under under 1%, like 0.2% or 0.15%, which some of the traditional banks pay on their savings, you are missing out on a lot of interest. If you open up a high yield savings account, you could earn multiple times that. Currently, a lot of the high yield savings accounts are paying anywhere from 4% to 5% on their account, so you could earn a lot more money, especially if you have a decent amount of savings in there. This is super passive, so if you have a regular savings account and you're not earning much money, definitely look into a high yield savings account. I have videos on different ones that you can open. I will leave a link to that in the description box, but make sure that you are earning as much as you possibly can on your money, because why not? It's also really quick to open these accounts, so it's a quick win all around. Another quick win is, if you don't already have one and you are in the USA, is to open up a Roth IRA. This is my favorite type of account because you put in money after you've already paid your taxes on it, and then that money grows tax-free for the future. This is a great way to build up a huge tax-free amount of money that you can use in the future for your retirement or other options, and they're really easy to set up. You don't need an advisor to set up an account. It's super simple. I have videos that show you step-by-step how to do it, so it's really a great way to have a quick win to start building for the future and having tax-free money piling up on the side so that's there for you one day when you need it. And the final quick win is, if you have debt, to pay $100 toward one of your debts. If you're in debt, working to get out of it is a great way to improve your financial situation. And putting $100 toward a debt to reducing the overall amount that you owe will help you pay it off a lot faster. So a really quick win today, right now, is to take $100 from your account and put it toward that debt. It will speed up the process, and you can repeat this process over and over. There's no end to the quick wins. If you just keep adding $100 every so often extra on top of your regular payments, that will get rid of the debt so much faster. So that's it for now. That was 9 quick wins that you can do with your finances, whether you're in debt, building for the future, or just trying to control how you spend your money right now. There's lots of different ways to improve your finances, and I hope this was helpful. If you want more, definitely check out this next video.